Hello, everyone. This is Tomorrow Walls Consulting presenting proposal preparation. We're going to begin speaking today about assessing your skills and your focus, steps toward developing a board of directors, establishing a nonprofit organization. This is for individuals that are just starting out, as well as writing a vision and mission statement and then crafting your goals and objectives. The first thing we're going to look at is assessing your skills and your focus. This is directed toward our executive directors and our key leadership. It's important to assess where you are right now and where you're going. The purpose for this is to really determine if you have the time and the capabilities to do what you need done for your organization. You need to assess your current situation to determine if you are able to execute the objectives and the goals that you will outline later and that I will show you in this presentation. Also, you'll need to look at if you're on the right track, and that is assessing your focus. Many times we have great ideas and great visions for our organizations, and when we begin an organization, we begin with the energy and the drive, but not necessarily prepare ourselves to be on the right track, which then veers us in the wrong direction. So we want to take the time to make sure that we're assessing our skills and we're also assessing our focus to make sure that we're heading in the direction that we need to go that'll be beneficial to our organization. When you're assessing your skills in your industry, you should utilize some kind of assessment report tool. Here at Tomorrow Walls Consulting, we do offer these services to you. We have an assessment report tool that we use to help you to determine where your strengths and your weaknesses are, and also then the report would demonstrate the references, referrals, and resources that you will need in order to reach the destination you need to go with your organization. The page that you're viewing right now is page 1 of our nonprofit assessment tool, and it is to help you develop a strategic plan for your organization. You'll notice that in the table there are a series of questions. In this tool there are more pages that are involved that you would have to answer questions, and then you'll notice 4 check boxes or 4 boxes within that table that you'll need to check off based upon where you believe you are as it relates to that question. You'll notice that the first question says the organization has a written and or an updated strategic plan. So as an organization, if you've written or developed a strategic plan, then you would check off done. If you need improvement in these areas where you've never done it, you have part of it or you have most of it but you've never completed it, then you would check off the appropriate box. You would answer all these questions and then return it back online to us, and we would prepare a assessment report. This assessment report again would look at your strengths and weaknesses, provide references and referrals on next steps that you'll need to take in order to take your organization to the next level. If you're interested in that particular service, you can go to www.twallsconsulting.com and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Now, as you look at your skills, you want to determine what you're good at doing as an individual. Because you want to make sure that you meet all the needs and the obligations of your organization, you'll determine where you fit in. Most of the time as an executive director, you are the visionary. You usually are the person that is the head or the lead of the organization, and you have the vision for where the organization should go. Then you'll need to look at the team of individuals that you'll bring on. The purpose for doing this is then developing a well-operating machine or body. It is important that you have key players and key roles in order to make sure that your organization can sustain itself as well as be able to move to next levels as grant funding opportunities come about. It is just like with your body. You want to make sure that all of the limbs and as well as all of your organs within your body are operating functionally and correctly. The same thing with your organization. You want to make sure that your legs, your arms, your eyes, everything is running the way it should in order to make sure that your body is able to sustain any kind of things that may come about. So as you assess your skills, you will then be able to determine what your weaknesses are and replace those weaknesses with strengths with individuals that can support your mission and your goal. You also want to look at your interests. Many times as nonprofit organizations, especially as leaders of nonprofit organizations, we have a passion to help individuals and communities with so many things. But as we assess our skills, we must determine that we might not be able to achieve and accomplish all the things that we want to based upon our weaknesses. So it's best, and I always suggest that you look at your skills, you look at your strengths, and then you determine what your outreach focus should be based upon the community that you serve. Here I've just outlined 4 major categories that usually show up in RFPs and competitions, and that is business administration, education, arts, culture and media, and skills trade. There, of course, are many other focuses that you can look at, but these are just some of the main ones that you'll find funding opportunities available. Again, you want to look at your interests and make sure that as you've assessed your skills, you've assessed your community, you assess where you're going and the direction you're going, you've also assessed your team and the people that will be able to support your mission, then you can now look at your focus and make sure that you're on the right track, reaching the people that you need to reach within your community based upon their need.